Come to order. I say that because we're a club. It's welcome to the Saturday Afternoon Movie Club. I'm Geoff, the guy who talks first. I'm here with the usuals. What's up, Randall?
Hey, buddy.
And Bjorn, how you doing, Soft J?
I'm doing all right.
All right, we have a guest in studio, kind of. His face is on a TV in the studio. The legendary Seattle comedian Derek Sheen. What's up, Derek?
How's it going? Good to be here. Good to see you dudes.
Yeah, man. Thanks for being on the show. Thanks for joining the club. Thanks
for letting me talk fucking movies with other movie nerds, because
absolutely, dude.
It's usually just me and Emmett Montgomery sitting in a car talking about fucking movies for 9 hours. So this is a nice change of pace.
Oh, I know, man. Like, we've been in this long enough that everybody when we go out and do our work, everybody we're standing next to is 20 years younger now. And you have to explain things like who Slash is.
That he's not in the Black Eyed Peas.
Right.
Funny.
Slash is real. He's not just in your mind.
Yeah, he's a real person. It always surprises me. The older I get, the more things I think everybody knows is not true.
Yeah.
Right. So the movie we're doing today is Alien Cubed. And is that how you say it?
It's
Alien 3,
sure.
Alien Cubed. I mean,
to the third power.
It's one of those movies titles where you think it up and you write it down and you think, oh, that's super cool. It's going to look great on a poster, but you don't realize, well, you just created marketplace confusion.
Right.
And what's weird is it came after Aliens, which was a great title for a sequel, because it's for aliens, and then they just were like, Alien 3. They didn't build on that, like, even more aliens, or look out, aliens is, or
right, another aliens,
or aliens with a Z at the end, you know?
Oh my god!
It should be alien, but the E is a 3.
Oh motherfucker!
Yeah.
That's perfect.
That's so much better.
Isn't it David Fincher who did fucking 7 and used the number 7 for the
V
S or the V?
Yeah.
Maybe the studio said no, and he was like, watch this.
Yeah.
I'll do it on something even better.
Option 3.
Right, but before we do the talk about this specific movie, we do a general. This is our banter segment, and it involves what else have you seen that isn't this? Like anything current, anything that you want to talk about?
Man, I just I went and saw the new Osgood Perkins movie last night, Keeper, and I'm gonna say it's been a long time since I love what Osgood Perkins is doing, because it's weird and it's non-traditional horror, but I fell asleep like my grandmother last night.
Oh wow.
20 minutes in that movie, I woke up halfway through it and I'm like, is this still going? I'm like, holy shit. So I didn't enjoy it, which is weird. But then we saw The Running Man right after that. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm back. Movies are still fun.
Yeah, The Running Man. We talked about that on the last episode a little, but the one thing I'll say on this one is, as far as remakes go, this is one of the few that's kind of necessary. Like, it does something different than the first one did, while still being like the first one.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, real, like it is like I think super topical, and it's close to the Bachman book. Like, I read the book when I was a teenager, and it holds way closer, which I liked, and I thought it was way more topical. But also, like, the lead actor, he's good. But he just also seems like it. He doesn't seem like a real person. I was like, this seems like an AI guy. Like, the whole fucking time.
I know.
Anybody can be plugged into that.
He's too handsome. He's like he's crossed the rubric into this can't be a real person.
Yeah.
Nobody is this fucking symmetrical.
But
he's a good actor. Like, the movie Hitman. The baseball movie, Everybody Wants Some.
Yeah, he's great.
He's not a bad actor at all. He's just not. There's just something. It's so ephemeral that, like, I've had we've had this conversation. Everybody that's seen any Glenn Powell movies has had this conversation with other people, and it's always the same sort of, I don't know what it is, but it's something.
It's off-brand cereal.
Yeah.
You know, where it sort of
He's bag
resembles the
cereal.
cereal you like, but you're like, this will work. This is
Yeah,
good.
he's bag cereal.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even that is why the bag cereal a lot of times is the same shit.
It's Ensign Chomps, and you're like,
So
okay, just get that bag of Ensign Chomps.
So it is the idea of like, there's something different about this, but I don't know what it is because it technically isn't different.
Yeah.
It's just like the packaging or whatever. Because he's just not good at scruff. He's not as good.
Mm-mm.
Ryan Gosling can't be in everything, and that's really what this boils down to.
Yeah.
And I like that Glenn Powell picks movies that either, like the one with Sydney Sweeney. So there's one. Be in those all day, because I'm not going to see him no matter who's in them. And Twisters and Top Gun and Running Man, I'm going to see those no matter who's in them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just keep doing that. Be in the next Jurassic Park or whatever.
Man, I got a Sydney Sweeney thing too. I don't get it. I'm trying really hard to like be sympathetic, but man, I saw her in that.
I have no idea. I don't know anything about it. I don't think I've seen anything she's in.
I went and saw the horror movie she did that she produced, the one that takes place in the convent where she's a nun, which is
Immaculate,
Rosemary's
right?
Baby. Yeah, and it was weird when she shows up and she's just all vocal fry in Central Europe, and everyone's like, she's great in this, and I'm like, look, the last 30 seconds of that movie are the only reason I bought the ticket, to just listen to her have a nervous breakdown for 30 seconds is great, but
Yeah.
she just seems like somebody just plugged her in, and she just shows up in a movie and she's just like whatever.
Yeah.
Like, you're
That's
supposed to be a
her whole-
Russian princess.
That's the
her
most
whole-
I've heard her talk.
Yeah, that's her whole character in Euphoria. She's just
Ugh.
that's it.
Yeah,
But
I
now-
mean, my sense, just to backtrack, my sense wasn't a judgment on either. Like, I've never seen anything she's in. I just know that movie is not a movie I would ever see.
Yeah.
Some
It's not
rom-com.
good.
She's also started to lean right in a few ways. So also I don't really give a shit about anything she does.
No,
Yeah,
nothing is
so.
interesting. But also, real quick, Predator Badlands.
Oh, how was that?
I know I'm a big dork, but I literally left the theater telling my wife, like, that's the best movie I've ever seen. It's not the best movie I've ever seen, but I left the theater feeling like it was the best movie I've ever seen. I was like,
No, but that's a good theater experience. Like, you see a cool ass movie in a theater, you should leave that theater thinking that was the best movie I ever saw, and come to your senses the next day.
Yeah,
There's so many times I've left the theater thinking that was the best movie I ever saw.
it was cheer-worthy. I wish the theater was. I wish we wouldn't have gone at like 11 o'clock, but when we were the only ones in there. But holy shit, even my wife and I were just like elbowing each other the whole time, like, this is so fucking great. And then I left.
I can't.
It's the best movie I've ever seen. And she's like, what about this movie? And I'm like, all right, well, it's not the best movie I've ever seen, but it's the best one I've seen today. And it's
Right,
so
she starts
fucking
listing
fun.
them off. Real fun killer. It's the best movie I've ever seen right now. Give me a minute to sort it out myself.
Yeah, hold on. I'm going to go see Keeper by Osgood Perkins.
Let
Oh,
me be
God.
hyperbolic without you being like, what about The Godfather?
Man, I met somebody the other day that told me they're like, The Godfather 2 is an overrated piece of shit. And I was like, I'm going to push you out of this fucking car. I
Wow.
get that. I get you don't have to like it, but Jesus Christ. You
But
know,
also fuck you.
fuck you. Like, name a movie you've made. And then I,
Right.
hit the brakes when I realized I don't have a seatbelt on.
Oh my God. Now I want names.
Is it someone we know?
No, it's nobody you know.
Okay, blanket and Morse code.
I mean, I do think both of those movies are a little indulgent, the first two Godfathers.
Yeah.
You're going to let a phone ring 5 times? Just answer the goddamn phone. This movie doesn't need to be almost 3 hours long or whatever when it just...
I mean, Godfather Part 2 is like 3:22.
I know, man. Answer the phone.
Yeah. It's
Don't just
just the
stare
phone
at it.
ringing. It's the longest
that
wedding
sticks in
scene
my head,
in
like-
Deer Hunter.
The only... every now and then there'll be like in Dirty Harry when he's running down that scavenger hunt at the end, and the shot is like on the boardwalk or whatever in San Francisco, and that payphone's ringing, and you just see Clint Eastwood running towards you from 3 blocks away. That makes sense. Let that phone ring. That's a scene.
Yeah.
But 4 people in a room looking at a ringing phone for 5 rings. Come on, man. I got shit to do. Even in the 70s, you got stuff to do. You got to go get in line for gas. Wrap this up, Francis. It's an even day. I can't wait 2 days to fill up my tank because you got to let fucking phones ring over and over.
I am so glad that I'm old, that there's someone else old enough to remember the gas crunch of the 70s. Because, holy shit, my memory wasn't waiting for gas. My memory of that was waiting. My dad teaching my brother how to siphon gas out of a van. That was like, we're not going to the fucking gas station. You're going to learn to siphon gas. And then that's how he took my brother to the emergency room to have his stomach pumped full of gas.
Man, it's a 2-step process, and so your dad's he's not like a natural teacher.
No, and of course my brother was just really good at swallowing things apparently, and not.
How old was your brother at the time?
He was like 16.
Okay. All right, so that was just a couple of idiots doing some dumb shit. It sounds.
Yeah, I'll never forget him hitting him on the back of the head, and he's like, "Spit it out!"
Yeah, don't drink the gas. You're 16.
And then wasting the gas we just siphoned to drive to the emergency room.
Right? Is there any way you could? You got a centrifuge? You could separate. Give me that gas back.
Into the tank.
The hospital took the gasoline as payment. We're just gonna keep the remains, and we're gonna call it even. You gave us $4,000 worth of gasoline. Do you remember the gas crunch, Randall?
I was not alive.
But you know what we're talking about, right?
Vaguely.
I mean, you've seen The Nice Guys.
Yes. So good marks for Predator Badlands.
Loved it, and I can't recommend it enough. It's fun. I know some people are they're ironically hating on it because it does a lot of like it plugs in a lot of things that you would expect in a hero journey. You know, the funny character, the unkillable, sort of overconfident, anti-hero, but it fucking hits all the marks. It's fun. It's the first time I've ever rooted for a Predator.
Whoa.
And I love all the characters in it. I loved all the kind of weird family that he builds. It's fun. It was fun and it felt great. And
first time you rooted for Predator, huh? So you were an alien guy when they fought? You were on the alien side and AVP?
Yeah, I only watched those once, and I kind of tuned out. And I think this kind of reinvents that whole thing where it merges those universes without by kind of retconning a lot of that stuff too. Because I mean they weren't bad movies, but they just weren't. They didn't grab you. You didn't like
those two are regarded as non-canon. They're standalone outside pieces, so that checks out.
They should have been video games, like Jordan versus Bird.
And I love the Dark Horse comic books. I love the storyline. The books are great, and they seem to kind of repair some of it. And I think that's where Alien Earth sort of also kind of rebuilds that universe. And
which I loved. A lot of people didn't like it. I loved Alien Earth.
I loved it. It built on something. It went in a direction I didn't expect, and it built a universe and world built differently and better, I think, in a way where I was like,
that fucking eye monster, man.
The
so
fucking
compelling.
Oculus is the most terrifying, ridiculous thing in the world. And I'm excited.
What's great about this is I haven't seen it because I don't have Hulu, but these words don't mean anything. So. It's great because they give you a fucking lab full of the most terrifying creatures, and when you're presented with that, it's a Chekhov's gun.
Yeah.
Where you're gonna see what each of these things is and what its specialty is. It's like all the fucking hitmen in a movie. When you see them, you're like, that one's good at grenades, that one's good at armor. And you see these fucking monsters, and you're like, I'm gonna see what each one of these does. But when you see this fucking little eyeball with tentacles on it that looks like the most harmless thing in the world,
It's when it jumps into action, it's fucking gnarly.
Listen, I don't want to be
Fucking gnarly.
pedantic, but an eyeball with tentacles, I don't think I would chalk that up as the most harmless thing.
Yeah, true,
world.
true.
An eyeball without tentacles I would think is less harmless.
This is true. You know, I don't know if you
A loose tentacle, not unattached.
I don't know if you ever read Creepy Magazine as a kid, but I used to have a subscription, and they used to have a one-panel comic strip in there every month called "It's Worse Than You Think." And the one that I remember the most was this father rushing to the hospital because his wife is giving birth, and she doesn't live. And the doctor says to him, "I'm so sorry, your wife didn't survive childbirth." And he goes, "What about the baby?" And he said, "The baby did survive, but it's worse than you think." And he's like, "How could it be worse?" And he's like, "It's blind." And he's like, "Oh no, that's terrible." And he's like, "Wait, it's even worse than you think." And then he presents him with his child, which is just an eyeball.
That doesn't work.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
That's amazing.
I was, of course, not allowed to. There's no way I'd be allowed to read a magazine called Creepy Magazine.
Yeah,
I had a subscription to the WWF, the Wildlife Foundation thing.
Oh yeah.
You got the box and then the animal flashcards.
Oh yeah.
Right? They canceled that on me when they started sending dinosaurs.
Oh no.
Right? They were like, "We're not paying for this. This isn't real." Even at 10, I was like, "What are you talking about? Who cares? Like, even if it isn't, who cares? It's still cool pictures."
Oh God.
Right? So a magazine at all any magazine was a stretch. I had to really sell it. I could tell. I don't think I've told this on here before, but I got the Tribe Called Quest Midnight Marauders on tape when I was 15.
Dope.
Because I was at the mall with my parents and I walked into Sam Goody and I grabbed it and then kept walking to the Christian music section and made it look like I pulled it off of that rack. So my parents thought it was a Christian rap group. I couldn't figure out a way to do that with information about dinosaurs, but I was able to pull off a Tribe Called Quest tape.
And I had the opposite problem where my folks let me do anything I wanted, which was actually not a great idea. Because that is like, I mean, because they just didn't care. So, they were just busy doing their own thing and being baby boomers. So they're like, just raise yourself. And that was like how I went and saw like Maniac in the theater without an adult,
Nice.
Like, fucking, and like the opposite end, like there is certain things I wish I hadn't seen as a kid. There's so many things. Like I used to have a subscription to Fangoria that nobody knew about, and I would just bring it to school and read it, on the playground. And that was a lot of parent-teacher conferences that happened.
Where were those mails? Were they sent to your house and you were able to get?
Yeah. So what I did,
first?
Same thing I used to do with my report cards is I would ride my bike home during lunch. I would sneak off the elementary school campus right to the mailbox, get the mail before anybody else did. And then with the report cards, I would usually just throw them in a garbage can somewhere so no one ever saw them. And then with the Fangoria subscription, I would just put that in my backpack and ride back to school. So no one ever knew I had it.
Wow.
Amazing.
Yeah, I was a really fucking sneaky kid.
I figured out, we changed schools a lot. And I figured out my sophomore year that the only way they know if the signature is forged is if they have a real one to compare it to. So my sophomore, junior, and senior year in high school, the only signature of my dad's they ever saw was one I did. So I never had to. If he actually signed something for real, that would have got flagged.
That's really brilliant. I stole carbon paper out of the garbage can, and then I would just touch up all of my grades.
Oh, that's smart.
If I got a report card, I would use the carbon paper and change I would change a D to a B, or I would try. I never changed anything to an A because I knew I wasn't that smart. So I would stay in the middle third of the playing field.
I would. That was also the year I figured out the teachers don't have time to check the bibliographies.
Oh yeah.
So I just started making everything up. Once I figured out if I make up the bibliography, then I can make up the rest of the paper also.
Oh, that's brilliant.
That fucking
Oh shit.
saved me a lot of time.
The smartest thing I ever did was just buy tickets to PG-13 movies and then go see an R1.
Oh, that is pretty smart.
That's all I. I never got away with any of this other stuff. I feel dumb now.
Yeah, I mean, you
Oh
should.
man, my mom would buy me tickets to R-rated movies and then just drop me off.
Oh, that's
Which
fun.
I think might be worse. I think it might be worse because she'd be like, "What are you going to see? Halloween? Great, I'll just buy you a ticket." And then she would just buy me the ticket and leave me on my own, and then never ask a question later.
Not even how was it?
Yeah, nah, I'd walk home. Like she'd forget to pick me up, and I just
sure.
movies.
Yeah,
I took miles from the mall. I mean,
I took the bus to a mall when I was like 10 and saw Spaceballs, I think. But I was like, it was like allowed somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they used to just let us ride our bikes to the mall, and it was like a 3 or 4 mile ride, and they just didn't care. I mean, adults would be like, "Help yourself."
Yeah,
And that's when kids would disappear all the time. You know, like they used to put us on milk cartons and shit. That's how much
Well,
we
the
went.
only reason they don't now is because who drinks milk? They don't.
Right? Everybody's anti-milk.
I honestly don't think it's. I mean, it might be a little worse now, but it had to be. If it was super terrible, then it was a regional story.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, it was local. So
Yeah.
people go, "Oh, this happens all the time now." No, you just hear about every one of them now.
Yeah.
When we were kids, if it would have to be like in our town to hear about it.
Oh yeah. They'd just be, and it'd always be a whisper. Like, did you hear about the Jeffries kid? You know.
I mean, I remember living in Weiser, Idaho, and a kid got kidnapped in Walla Walla, Washington, and that was like a big deal. I don't know what happened. I know I got the city names right.
Oh yeah, no.
Not entirely sure.
As fake as Walla Walla sounds, yes. That's
Yeah,
right.
but it was like that was a big enough story that it was like regional, so it got to where I lived in Idaho, but you just didn't hear about all of it, and now you hear about every fucking terrible thing that happens in the country.
And then you watch a
Within 10
documentary
minutes,
on
right?
it on Netflix.
Right.
Right, you open up Facebook or whatever, and you hear about the 50 kids kidnapped or whatever, and today, and it's awful, but it's the same as it was then. We just didn't hear about it unless it was local.
Right.
Right. And there were probably kids in Walla Walla who were like, "Oh man, I wish I got abducted from Walla Walla."
Yeah.
Where'd he take them? Let me find out where he took them, and then I'll decide.
Yeah, hold on. I want to know where he went first.
We what else? Have you seen anything, Randall?
Yeah, John and I watched fucking Sound of Music on the wall last night.
All right. What about you, Bjorn?
Okay.
What'd you think of
Oh,
Sound of Music?
you want me to bring up Paper Moon? That's another one that we can see.
Oh hell yeah.
Paper Moon fucking rips, dude.
It's
That's
amazing.
So good.
I mean,
Right, she won an Oscar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
she's
Tatum
the youngest
O'Neal,
person
right?
ever won- yeah. Youngest
And
person
Ryan
ever won an
O'Neal.
Oscar.
Right, both father daughter.
Uh-huh.
That's not a bad movie, but they sell Bibles or something.
They are conning people into buying Bibles.
Oh yeah, I mean,
So they're selling Bibles.
Yeah, what's the difference?
Fair.
Conning them.
Just selling
Yeah, it's
Bibles.
elaborate
Fair.
con where they have a thing they go to once a month,
But
once a week.
I've been wanting to watch Paper Moon ever since the Simpsons episode where Flanders says, "This feels an awful lot like that movie, Paper Moon." It's been on my radar ever since then.
It's so funny to think that Flanders saw Paper Moon.
Yeah, right.
What'd you think of Sound of Music?
I loved it.
Had you seen it before?
No.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a beautiful movie.
I've got a funny thing about it. When my family went to Austria,
Mm-hmm.
we went to a bunch of the filming locations,
Mhm.
and my family had me film. There's video of it. Recreated a whole bunch of scenes from that movie.
Oh my god.
My
Do you
nerdy
have that-
family.
do you have that footage?
I do. We watched it because my husband was like, "We have to watch this," and we watched it. It's
Yeah, we
pretty
gotta-
bad. But
That's
gotta put that
amazing.
We got to put a clip up of that somewhere.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'll track some of it down. The funny thing about it though is a lot of it is just like dubbed over with like music because my stepdad just found like editing software, and so he would just take the audio out and just put whatever was on his computer, which was all of my music. So it's like 311 and like Incubus and stuff. We're like, why is this in this home
Great.
video?
Oh, so you guys made the terrible Sound of Music.
Yeah. Yeah.
The sound of bad music.
Right?
The sound of the 90s.
The Sound of Music. But what if music sucked?
Aw.
Right, your version, you kind of root for the Nazis. I just kind of want everybody to die in this one. There's
Now that's
no
what I
winners.
call meh volume 6.
What about you, Bjorn? You seen anything recently?
I watched a couple of movies. I've been watching a lot of scary movies. So I watched Return to Oz for the first time. Have
Oh,
you guys seen
shit.
that?
No.
Is that scary?
Yeah.
For a kid? Oh my
Oh, all
God.
right.
There's like a part. There's so many parts that are. I think it was on your Plex that I watched.
Yeah,
it.
John got it.
Have you seen it?
Nope.
You've never seen it?
Nope.
Fuck. It's so
nuts.
fucking creepy.
It's so creepy, but it's like kind of lighthearted, but it's so scary.
Okay.
Not a kid's movie.
Yeah, but you think so many things are scary that aren't scary.
This one's weird though. Like
Well, this one was written, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, the screenplay was written by Roald Dahl as well.
yeah, I
Okay.
believe
Return to
so.
Oz?
Based on the Frank L. Baum books, and Roald Dahl conceptualized it, and then the fucking creature designs, I'm not even going to say character designs, the creature designs in this movie are so fucking terrifying.
Okay.
There's
The jack-o'-lantern skeleton fucking thing. Oh God,
the
everything.
main villain. She takes her head off and like puts it in. She's got like a collection of heads that she just swaps
Oh,
out.
fucking dope. Okay.
Fucking-
It's just a room of heads, and they're all alive. And then she just takes one head off and puts the other head on.
Oh,
of, like,
sold.
And
Sold.
then instead of flying monkeys, there's like these creatures that have like rollerblades on their hands and feet, and they make this crazy squeaky noise as they like. It's wild.
Okay, I'm in.
Yeah. It
I've never-
didn't, if I remember correctly, it didn't get released because it ended up going direct to video because Disney execs screened it and were like, absolutely not. Like, no way are we releasing it.
And
It
when
came
you
out
watch
around
this,
the same time. Yeah, it came out around the same time as like John Carpenter's The Thing, and they're like, nah, let's never let this see the light of day.
That's fantastic.
it's wild.
I've never seen The Wizard of Oz.
Really?
Yeah, who cares?
Man.
It's a movie like I've never seen a Rocky movie either, but I can tell you what happens in every Rocky movie. Right? I know what happens in Wizard of Oz. Like I've never felt the need to see it. I know what happens.
It's kind of ubiquitously sewn into like the fabric of everything now, so that there's a
Yeah.
lot of movies you just don't have to see, but
There's
it
so
is
many-
kind of a spectacle.
Yeah, but a 1939 spectacle.
Even
Not
then,
good
what's
shit.
weird is for 1939, I mean, everybody in that movie got cancer because of all the special effects, but like,
Yeah.
but it's still like the scope of it is crazy how big it is considering all the other movies that came out at the time
Yeah.
don't look anything like it. And they managed to pull off a lot, but everybody died. Everybody's in that movie, of course, is dead now, but a lot of them died real young.
Yeah, I have no like. It's not because I think it'll suck. I just don't feel the need to put in that much time for something that I already
Yeah.
know. Like, there's been so many Wizard of Oz things, like Simpsons things, and
Oh,
just
yeah.
homages in everything for the 80 years since it came out. That I don't feel it right. It's kind of straightforward too, with the heart and the brain and whatever. It's not like
Yeah.
Citizen Kane, where if you watch the first 10 seasons of The Simpsons, you've seen every scene from Citizen Kane, but you should still watch Citizen Kane.
Yeah.
The thing I love about that movie that I think is fun to watch is the fact that like the scope of the movie, it's the first time they shot anything using rear projection.
Mm-hmm.
So all of the scenery looks insane because
Yeah.
they shot everything in rear projection. So like the Kansas outback, the countryside, the sky, the clouds, everything looks like it doesn't look real.
Yeah.
It looks, like a fantasy. Even the sepia tone stuff at the beginning really takes you out of like the real world immediately. And then everything in Oz that's Technicolor is just fucking colors. Pink,
Yeah.
red, everything is just very specific. but
Which,
the
like-
crazy depth of field and everything, it just looks massive.
Have you seen how they did the transition sepia to color thing? So when you see the shot of the door, that is actually color. It is just painted sepia, and it's a body double as Dorothy that goes in and opens the door, and then the camera pushes forward and Judy Garland steps into frame through the door frame.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah.
Did not know that. And I'm sure they painted the extra in like some kind of,
lead. It's all lead.
dust,
Yeah,
sepia,
some lead
dusted paint. Yeah.
Yeah, for
Right.
sure.
The smoke machines was just something that they would like 40 cigarettes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, 40
Just all the
cigarettes.
PAs.
Why is everybody sick?
Just Agent Orange just being pumped out of the room.
Yeah.
We have extra paint. Eat it.
This is
eat that
crafty
paint.
for today.
I have a random connection between this between that movie and this movie that we watched. Is the first I went on a ride as a kid in like Universal Studios where you go through all the different movies, and I remember that
The tram?
it was like a Wizard of Oz scene, and then the next one was Alien, and I remember because I'd never seen Alien and I was a kid, and this you go in this creepy thing, and then your tram stops, and then this alien jumps out at you. And I was like, that's cool. And then I saw those movies later. I was like, oh, it's from the ride that we went on.
Okay.
Like,
That's so. It's like
Alien, there was an alien
and then
thing
The
at Universal
Exorcist.
Studios.
I think it was Warner Brothers.
one of those places.
Alien was 20th Century Fox.
I don't
It must
know.
have been Fox.
I went on a ride and it had those two movies, and they're linked in my brain now.
Yeah, it must have been a
That's a
Fox
weird.
tour.
That's a fun link.
Yeah.
That's a weird. That's an odd dot to connect. Fuck! I forgot the thing I was gonna say. What was the other movie you saw?
Oh, Disturbing Behavior.
Which one's that
yeah.
one? Katie Holmes in it?
Yeah, Katie Holmes. It's kind of like a Body Snatchers kind of thing.
It was just like one of those late '90s PG-13 horror movie.
It's very similar to The Faculty, but not as good.
With Harvey Danger's flagpole sitta is in the soundtrack.
All right.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
that was
I
the
love
one
that
thing
song.
I remember from the movie. I was like, oh, I know those guys, and they had a soundtrack movie.
Wait,
think
you
the
know
big
those
action
guys, or you know
scene
that
is-
band?
I knew the band. I know the band. I knew the guys in the band, but like,
Oh no shit!
yeah, that was the big hit, and that was their big, like, for a minute it hit really hard because they used it in that movie, and everybody was like, "Holy fuck, you guys are in a movie!" And then I don't think they did anything cool after that.
Oh, they did one thing cool. They had a song in the movie 200 Cigarettes, and it was
Oh,
it
shit.
was Save It for Later. It was a cover of Save It for Later. It's a real
Oh,
good cover of that song. Yeah, I
That's
like that
crazy.
band.
yeah, I loved Harvey Danger, and but that was I think that was like the tail end of the Seattle, like, the big explosion. Those guys were like the tail end of Flagpole Sitter took off, and then they used it in Disturbing Behavior in the trailers, and then during the big action sequence, and I was like, listen to this. This is modern. This is cool.
Did you watch anything?
Yeah, man, I watched Spencer Confidential. It was a Netflix movie with Mark Wahlberg, based on.
Oh, is that the Josh Black movie?
No, Shane. That's called
the
Play
Shane
Dirty.
Black. I mean, yeah.
That's called Play Dirty. We talked about Play Dirty on here, right?
I don't know.
Well, I saw that a couple times too. Like, that movie's awesome. It's got the made for Amazon, CGI fire.
Yes.
Sure.
So if you just grin and bear that, the rest of it's pretty cool. It's a fun heist, Parker, payback. That character.
Now, Wahlberg's weird in that role, but I think it worked. Like, I always picture that guy differently than Mark Wahlberg played him, but I thought it was fun, and I love Shane Black. I mean, that guy, I'll watch anything he does.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, he's got a solid track record of everything's good. I thought Mel Gibson looked like that guy. Like the way they describe, like in the Payback, he seemed a little bit more like the description of the character, and just like how mean spirited he was, kind of.
Mhm.
Yeah, Wahlberg didn't seem like the same. I mean, he didn't seem like he'd been through, as much shit as that character had been through and would demand that kind of like fear and respect because he's what, 5'4", soaking wet. And
Right.
I'm like, most of these guys could pick him up and throw him through a window, and he's just like, they're like, he's the baddest motherfucker that ever lived.
He's just
He's
cold.
not-
Like that. The thing about Parker is he's cold.
Yeah.
Like there's no hesitation when if he has to kill somebody or whatever. Like he doesn't want to. That's not ever the plan, but there's no hesitation. And the Mel Gibson one had that. The one with Statham tried to make him too likable. And then the one where Robert Duvall is that guy in the 70s, The Outfit, that's one of those books.
Oh shit, that's right. Oh my
But that
God.
one that's the revenge one. The book in the movie they change it. In the book it's like he rallies a bunch of thieves he knows and then they all hit the outfit at the same time.
Yeah.
But in the movie it's him and Joe Don Baker hit 6 different outfit things.
God, I gotta go back and watch that. It's been for fucking ever. I didn't
Yeah, but
even
that
put
just seems like a
two
buddy
together.
movie a little bit because it's just
Yeah.
2 guys, 2 pals. But Spencer Confidential, it came and went in the pandemic. I've been watching the TV show Spencer for Hire recently. I'm really into 80s nonsense. Magna PI and Miami Vice and the A-Team. The Fall Guy. I've been watching The Fall Guy a little bit.
All guys great. A-Team still
Spencer-
holds up.
Right, A-Team is dope. All these shows, the best TV shows ever are the ones from the 80s when it seemed like they let a 12-year-old make up a show for adults. Like what they thought an adult would like, but with 12-year-old stuff.
And non-serialized. You could
Yeah.
plug into any episode and just be in the episode. You
Right?
didn't have to follow along. And you didn't have to have a fucking podcast that went along with the show. So
You didn't even have to really follow along with it because every
No.
one of those episodes starts with it's essentially a recap of what's about to happen. So you could be like, I don't think I'm going to be into this one.
Yeah.
This one is one that's all about like folklore, right? Sometimes there's like a Magnum episode where it's real heavy. There's no real mystery and it's just about like Hawaiian folklore. I like to know that ahead of time before I commit to the whole episode. But Spencer Confidential is fun as shit. It's stupid, but when does that ever stop me?
Yeah, no, it's great. I had to look up what it was, and yeah, I have also seen it.
Right? Alan Arkin's in it. That's always a plus.
Shit.
That always elevates your movie a little bit.
Eliza Sledginger, Mark Maron.
Right? Maron's in it. And the Maron character in this, like, he's in 2 scenes, and I just so desperately wish I was better at writing because that character should be Maron's next thing. The journalist who's a somewhat paranoid journalist. It just felt perfect for him. He should do that. Solving shit or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's so goddamn fun. And I watched it and then I told my brother about it and then he was like, so he texted me one day, he's like, I'm about to start it and I wasn't doing anything, so I just watched it again at the same time as him. So I watched it twice in like 5 days. Very fun. Bokeem Woodbine.
Bokeem Woodbine. Eliza Schlesinger's in it, right?
Yeah. And don't let that stop you.
Yeah, don't let that stop you.
She has a crazy Boston accent that's pretty fun. And right, it is hard, like the longer we do this, there's a little bit of like you watch a thing and you're like, fuck, I know that person and I don't. Like it's hard to release that baggage of like,
Yeah.
oh man, I gotta watch this movie and pretend that this lady hasn't been fucking awful to me every time I've been in the same room.
Just never forget. You know who the fuck? I mean, I knew who she was, but I'd never met her. I'm at the Comedy Store. She's about to go on stage, and she just fucking goes, "Hold my dog," and I'm like, "What the fuck?" Like, just thrust her dog into my arms. I'm like, now I have to watch your. I don't even know who the fuck you are. I'm like, I could just leave with your dog.
Yeah, you should have.
I should have left with her dog. That would have taught her a lesson.
You should have just put the dog down and been like, I don't know you. I'm not holding the dog.
I should have done that, but I'm such a fucking patsy. I'm like, all right, well, I guess this is my job now. I'm such
When
a
she came
joiner.
off and got her dog
Somebody
back.
pushes me.
Did she ever introduce herself?
Nope.
Was there any
After
any
she got
moment
off stage,
besides
she
you
grabbed her
worked for
dog.
her?
After she got off stage, she came over and grabbed her dog, and she was like, "Thank you." And then she just walked away, and I'm like, "Yeah, okay, fuck me, I guess."
Oh, right,
I'm
you
the
gotta
dog.
thank
the
you.
dog whisperer. Yeah, I got to thank you, but it was a
Right,
very
so that's in the
like.
that's at the top of the bell curve of interactions with her. You at least got to thank you.
But it was like a 5% tip. Thank you.
Yeah,
You know, it's like the least I can do.
right. But that's better than most because most interactions with her are no tip, and also she's talking to the manager to not have to pay for the thing in the first place. To follow that analogy, I mean, I don't even know if her comedy's good. I've just been in the same room with her enough times to know that I had to swallow it to watch this movie. But that's not her. That's some crazy Boston lady that just look like her.
Then she did good. At that point, she did good. If you can transport yourself away from it and go,
Yeah.
character actor, I'm in the role. I can see it. I don't have to think about Eliza Schlesinger for a second as a person.
But I haven't seen her in anything else since, and that seems odd. Like this movie came out 5 years ago, and she wasn't bad in it. So I don't know why she isn't in other things, or maybe she is, and I just don't know. But that seems unlikely, also.
I think she had that reputation with everybody, which is why we don't see her in a lot of stuff. I think it's probably why. They're like,
right,
we
it
could
does a good job of. What was that movie we watched where Small Soldiers? Right, where there's several people in that movie played by comics.
Yeah.
Where like you have your dream list, and then they all say no, so they just filled it out with comedians. Just like,
is that the Joe Dante, right? Is that the one?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I haven't seen that in forever, but now I want to look at that cast list because I bet it's
David Cross,
Jay Moore, Dennis Leary.
Yeah, right. They're in the opening parts.
Yeah.
But more movies should do that, and this feels like that's what this movie did. Is like, we don't have a lot of money, so we could get a comedian to do this.
Yeah.
$50,000, a comedian will say yes for $50,000.
Yeah.
I mean, Mark Wahlberg probably got $30 million to do Spencer Confidential.
What a crazy cast, man. Oh my God, I haven't seen this in forever.
Phil Hartman.
I know, you're going to look at it and be like, fuck, Spinal Tap's in this? And yeah, Spinal Tap.
Yeah, they are. Holy shit.
Right, the
Harry
bad guys
Shearer.
are the Dirty Dozen. Whoever from the Dirty Dozen would say yes, and Bruce Dern.
Jay Moore's dad is in it, Gerald Moore.
Oh, shit.
Holy shit. And Bruce Dern and Dick Miller. Yeah, well, it's a Joe Dante movie. I just answered my own question.
Yeah.
Borgnine and Jesus Christ. And that movie was not great, but
it's better than you remember.
It's better as an adult than it was as a kid, for sure.
Yeah. It's Joe Dante, so it still ages well.
That's good. I think I went into when it came out, it was the movie that followed Gremlins.
Right. And it's not Gremlins. Like it's far from it, but there's still a lot to like about it.
I got similar. Holy shit, that's that time period, yeah, when they would just put like Second City actors in anything because they would work for next to nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see these movies 30 years later, and you're like, oh, that comedian's dead, or that guy killed himself. It's fucking.
Oh yeah, we just watched The Mask.
Oh shit!
Right, I'm not gonna say who, but because they might not even know, but you do. All right, I hate to do this, but I gotta pee. Can we take a little break?
Sure.
And then jump in with Alien 3 for the rest of it?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that, Derek?
I'm in. This is already super fun.
Just a few minutes. And
man.
Right,
yeah, I just looked up the Mask cast, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right.
Who killed themselves in The Mask?
Platypus
It was
Man.
Richard Jeni. Who I think was the first comedian, I think when I was getting into comedy, that I was like, oh, you can...
Other way, Bjorn.
Some guys kill yourselves. Oh, shit.
Yeah, Richard Jeni was funny.
He was really funny. That one was
Did I ruin
definitely a
it for you?
shock.
No.
That he killed himself?
I
Were
don't.
you hoping you were sitting there
I
trying to
can't-
find his email address?
I can't remember who in the movie he plays.
He's his friend at the bank that can get into the club.
Okay, got it.
And he was
Right.
in a bunch of he was in a ton of 80s movies as a side
It was
character.
the,
Showed up in
There was that late 80s, early 90s of Kevin Pollak's in this, so Richard Jenny's in this, and then
yeah.
but they both played the same parts. As that, like it would be,
Yeah, they were pretty interchangeable in a lot of ways. But he was holy shit, he was in Platypus Man, Bird, and I think he was only, when was he, well, I guess he was 49 when he killed himself, so that makes sense. He hadn't been hitting a lot at the time, and I think that, guys get to that age, they're already depressed,
Yeah, I mean, I know that dude's name, but I couldn't tell you anything that he's in general, and B, especially anything other than The Mask.
I just remember him as that, he was, a ton of HBO specials, or showtime specials.
Okay.
And he was always the guy who dressed in, he almost always looked like he was in a fucking zoot suit, but, just overdressed, big shoulder pads,
Okay.
little guy, big shoulder pads.
That should have been the name of an album.
That should, that's a lot of 80s comics.
Yeah.
Little guy, big shoulder pads.
That's just a genre of comic, I think.
Yeah. That was man, you could tell the 80s guys who they were always either blazer with big shoulder pads, because the joke was it always made them look smaller, and that's funny. So they always dressed in funny clothes. You had the guy in the blazer, or you had the guy in the bright Hawaiian shirt, the loud Hawaiian shirt, who always opened his set with who the fuck dressed me? What am I wearing? I'm like the godson of Don Ho in a plate of barbecued pork. Every fucking time they just point at their clothes and be like, look at me, I'm the son of blah, blah, blah. Who put my clothes on? This is crazy what I'm wearing. It's like, well, you put that on.
If it's not obvious, I don't know how to write a hook, so here's a shirt.
It was every opener in the 80s was either somebody addressing how they're dressed or immediately going, I know what you're thinking. And that was every opener. I mean, man, I remember as a kid sitting in a comedy club, and there'd be 9 comics coming on stage, and that would be one iteration or the other of how they all open their sets. What the fuck is this jacket? This is crazy.
Know, dude, you put it on.
Yeah, get your jacket. You picked it out. And then it'd be even better if they did the thing where they paid it. They go look at this crazy shirt I'm wearing. I know what you're thinking. And I'm like, wow, we just got a twofer. We got a twofer.
2 for 1. Do you hate your wife too?
Yeah. And then my wife's an idiot.
Who be shopping?
I love it when they would shit on their wives. I'm like, you married her.
You married them. What are we?
Why don't you love them? What's wrong with them?
Oh, so you changed this person's life as a bit. Great.
First off, what I'm guessing is you don't know how to pick out clothes, and you're terrible at maintaining relationships.
Yeah.
What the fuck? You guys wait till I piss to talk about me?
Who had a bad father? Who had a bad father?
We're not doing. Fuck this. We're not doing it now. First of all, I thought you said it was gonna be Emmett, and then I go piss and you fucking talk about me.
Well, what's really funny is it started about how comics dress. So, goddamn, we're 3 for 3.
I'm good. Right, that's the one I'm mad about is the clothes one.
Yeah.
I mean, you nailed the relationship thing, but fuck if I don't know how to dress, you motherfucker. I'll come through this Zoom. This will be the most tangible Zoom of all time.
Yeah, you are in the 2025 version of the Hawaiian shirt that an 80s comic would come out on stage in.
What?
We were talking about the 2 idioms for every 80s comic was they would either show up in a loud shirt and then complain about it and go, who fucking put this on me?
Yeah.
look at this fucking crazy thing. What am I? I looks like my Don Ho's grandson. And then, or they would come on stage and go, I know what you're thinking. And you either got one of those two openers every time. And if you were lucky, you would get the guy who's like in the fucking jacket with the shoulder pads. He's like, what's with this fucking jacket? I know what you're thinking. And then you get both of them at the same time.
I wish I could think like you go back into those open mics because we only saw the good ones. You know what I mean? Like we saw the ones that somebody was like, this should be on TV.
Ooh,
we never
the whole
saw
lineup of it.
But you go to an open mic and there's just a laundry list of Harry Potter and I look like Harry Potter and.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So what was the fucking, you go back to like 82 and you're like, I look like Louis from Taxi and right? You're like, what are the references then? I look like Danny DeVito and fucking
MPI.
The one of those one of the people from the heavy metal cartoon had a baby. That kind of shit.
There was always like the two cultural icons in the zeitgeist, and then I'm their baby was another.
My favorite one I ever heard was
now I have to pee.
A guy said I look like Harry Potter and John Lennon had a baby, and he didn't know why that was funny. And it's funny because they already look the same. Like you didn't, you don't look. You look like a combo of two of the same. I look like a $1 bill and a $1 bill had a $1
bill. I look like if DNA is real.
I look like if two bozos in the 70s wanted to see what it would look like if they mixed themselves together. And now, because of that, 30 years of paperwork. Just a whole fucking life of trying to fill out all the right forms and shit. All because they want to see what
my mom and dad were brother and sister. and then I'm dead. I'm like, that's been my time. And then I split into two separate people and walk up.
Right. You have to say you're like pushing your eyes together. And then you go, I look like my parents are brother and sister. Good night, everybody. Then you release it and slide. You got those bird eye, the fetal alcohol bird eyes.
Like my Boston Terrier.
Oh yeah, your Boston Terrier. Do you think your Boston Terrier's parents were alcoholics?
Yeah. Fetal alcohol terrier is actually their real name. That's why they shortened it to Boston.
That's where the Boston
That's
comes
where the
from,
Boston
right?
comes from.
That's why they call it a Boston Terrier. The eyes are too far apart, so they had to be drunk. They're all born in the middle of December, 9 months right after St. Patrick's Day.
Yep.
I know an Irish kid there was an Irish guy that was doing stand-up when I started, whose birthday was like I'm going to ballpark it, but essentially his birthday was December 15th, and he had 4 sisters whose birthday were all the same week. So that his parents had 5 kids and apparently only fucked on St. Patrick's Day.
Do you remember your Dana?
Oh yeah, the JFK, yeah.
I guess that's how my parents process grief. Like 9 months after JFK assassination.
Man, I can't remember exactly. I ran into Dana. I went to Marin's WTF rap party last week.
Oh shit.
And first of all, I met Slash. So I don't want to tell it on the podcast, so I'll just tell you right now. At one point,
fucking awesome.
Yeah, I just went up to the bar, and I already tipped who it is, but I'm by myself at the bar, and then somebody walks up next to me. It's Slash, and he just walks up and he goes, "Hey man, what's up?" And what can I can't answer. He's Slash. So I look at him and I just go, "Oh my God, you're a top 5 dude." I say, "You're a top 5 dude," and he goes, "Oh, that's too much pressure, man, but thanks." And I was like, "Not now. You did it already. It was before. It's top 5 dudes now are Chalamet and the 2 weirdos from 21 Pilots." And he laughed real hard, so I just bailed. I was like, "All right," took off.
Yeah.
Closed on the closer. Didn't get a picture or anything. You closed on the closer, man.
That's the way to go, man. I feel like that's perfect. I can't do the picture. I can't do I just feel like it. If you get them to laugh, that's like I'm out. I'm done.
I've taken pictures with, like, at my request, maybe 7 famous people, but they're all comedians. And
Yeah,
it was just like, right. So it's Sinbad, Kevin Meaney, Paul Reiser. I had to follow Paul Reiser in Tempe once. He did a guest set.
fuck.
He did a fucking corporate for the University of Arizona Law School. And so that was just, he just walked out cold and had to talk for an hour for whatever. And then he just wanted to do stand-up. So he showed up to do a guest set, and then I had to follow it.
That dude, I mean, I think underrated from that group of that class of comedians because he was a fucking killer.
Airtight.
Airtight.
He doesn't have the rep because he got out too fast and started making TV. And so he didn't get the same reputation. But when he got back, like, he's back in stand-up, if I would see him, like, that's a guy I would sit through. Like,
Yeah. His stand-up was fucking great, and it didn't like he didn't do enough of it early on to, you know, I think to make an impact. But everything I saw as a kid, I was like, this is the kind of shit that I love. Like, he's fucking funny, great storyteller, great bits, and just persona, man. He just had that crazy, great, unique persona on stage. It was just nervous and funny, but it didn't, you know, he's one of those guys that, like, also like Ray Romano. Like, if you never saw him do stand-up, holy shit, I saw him in LA just drop in at a set one night. This is just like a couple years ago. And he hadn't done stand-up in forever. He hadn't done stand-up in like 7 years or something. Was like, I want to get back into it. Showed up and did 20 minutes just out of the blue. And it was 20 of the fucking best minutes I've ever seen anybody ever do. And I'm like, and it's just in them. It's in their DNA, you know? It's
That's
just
amazing.
in their bones. And I'm like, man, I couldn't. First off, anybody who has to follow that, that's also amazing feather in your cap, but terrifying, you know?
yeah, I would love to see Ray. I've never seen him do stand-up.
Man, it was insane, and nobody expected him, and he was just like, if shooting a movie, and showed up and did it, and off the cuff. And honestly, like, said at the beginning too, like, I haven't even written anything in a while. I just got some stuff in my head. Let's try it. And I'm like, just the stuff in your head.
Oh, no.
Just the stuff in your head is that good. And no, like, he didn't even have those weird, like, tics of a guy trying to figure out what he's going to say. Like, he didn't do any, like, he just launched into material that was in his head, and it all was done. It was all done.
Damn.
And then, you know, I get why I just wanted to go home, and I'm like, maybe music is what I should be looking at. Maybe I should.
No, it's different. It's all...
everybody loves a 60-year-old musician. I almost said magician. People like a 60-year-old magician.
Magician.
I think people prefer the magicians.
Yeah, you could be a
Yeah, I
guitar
think so,
magician.
30-year-old musicians have weird jeans and stuff. They buy their pants at Buckle. The 60-year-olds just put on a sport coat filled with roses and handkerchiefs.
Oh, Buckles is a good pull. I was like, oh, you can only, I think you can tell the age of a man by how embroidered his back pockets are.
Yes.
You
definitely
can tell oh, this guy's got to be 65. There's rhinestones on there. Oh my God. Holy shit, you got rhinestones on there.
That's a guy that just put on his wife's pants on accident. He shops at Forever 41.
Those guys, I see those older guys that always have like their embroidered jeans on, and then they have like an affliction shirt, and I'm like, dude, your affliction is just fucking age. Like, that's what you're afflicted with.
Appears to be colorblind. Are we supposed to guess? What? Are we supposed to guess your affliction? You're colorblind.
Daddy issues.
To say it's low bone density. That's what I'm gonna say.
Right? You can't reach your back pocket, so you don't know what's on. You got short arms. No taste. What happened? What's your affliction? All right, let's get back to it.
All right.
Would that be enough? Pow!
Ow.
Now he
My
knows.
pants.
All right, Alien Cubed, which is a good name for it because it was chopped the fuck up by a whole bunch of people.
Yeah.
This movie came out May 22nd, 1992. It debuted at number 2 that week. Made a decent amount of money. $23 million in 92. That's a lot. But it was bested by That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't tell me how many weeks the first movie's been out, but I guess I can guess. It seems like maybe 3, maybe 2. The number 1 that week was Lethal Weapon 3. Then Alien Cube, then Far and Away, Encino Man, Basic Instinct, Beethoven, Beauty and the Beast, The Player, White Man Can't Jump, and Wayne's World. That's a solid top 10. My Cousin Vinny was number 11. All right, 10. That's a solid 11.
Fuck, what a list of directors. Altman, Penelope Spheris. Holy shit.
Ron Shelton?
Yeah, Ron Shelton. Who did Far and Away was also...
that was Ron Howard.
Yeah, that's Ron Howard. That's an A-list of top...
Richard Donner.
Fuck.
Verhoeven, right? You said Verhoeven,
yeah,
right?
Paul Verhoeven, yeah.
The Beauty and the Beast director. I think it's so funny trying to imagine what an animation director does. Like, it's just a different job than a regular movie director, but I like to imagine it's the same job, and he's just like telling Homer Simpson to do another take.
Like, you just whisper in an unanimated cell, this is what I need from you right now.
Right. Cut. Clock. I need the clock. I need to talk to the clock. You're not keeping the beat. You need to watch Teapot and that little cup
Lumiere.
and follow along. Candle, you're doing great.
Is it funny, by the way? I've never been able to make this work, but it has always seemed like the funniest premise for something is just the basement of that castle in Beauty and the Beast is just the fucking scariest shit that came to life.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Half-eaten sandwiches and like
a broken
plate that's just screaming, "Put me back together!"
Yeah. Broken clocks that just repeat the same phrase over and over and over again.
Sid, it's Sid's room. You're talking about Sid's room.
It's Sid's room. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They did like Toy Story, but yours is before, so I do want to see that. Beauty and the Beast will be in the public domain at some point. They'll make a
I just want to do that movie. It's just a horror movie. It's just like the basement door opens and it's just the fucking misfits come crawling out, you know.
There's fucking chains on the wall that constantly try and grab at you as you walk by them.
Everything. Every time you open a door, it tries to bite you.
Yeah.
It's always trying to slam shut, cut you in half.
Just a pint of yogurt that got left out in the sun. My name's Rory.
Right, fruit on bottom, death on top. We work backwards from the tagline. That would be awesome. This movie, Roger Ebert did not review this movie. It has a 6.4 on IMDb, and all right, let me get to this page. The Rotten Tomato score: 44% critic, 46% audience. I don't know how I feel about these scores.
I
like
disagree,
this movie better,
but I understand.
Right. I disagree, but not enough to argue against.
Right.
These people probably have good points.
Yeah.
They just don't realize how much I don't care about whatever it is they're talking about. Because the movie does what I wanted it to do.
Yeah.
It was an alien movie. And cool, on a prison.
There is a lot to like about this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that the thing is it had a ton of potential. And it still has a ton of potential. I believe, if I remember correctly, they are putting together or have done a director's cut where Fincher got his final cut on it, or they're working on it.
It's called the assembly cut, unless it's something that's real current, unless it's happening now.
I think the assembly cut. Yeah, I think you're right.
Fincher agreed to let him use his footage, but only if they didn't call it a director's cut, and he had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
But that version is better.
That's the one I watched. It's 2 hours and 24 minutes. And it is better. It is better than theatrical. I liked it considerably more.
I wonder if any of the execs regret like seeing what Fincher has done since. If they ever had a conversation where they're like, man, if we had just shut the fuck up and let him make a movie, it probably would have been super dope. Because that's the truth. If they had just left him alone, it probably would have been awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, they also they had I think they had a lot to work with, and it just got squandered somehow. Because William Gibson, I think, wrote the first draft of the script, which would have been fucking bananas. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I think that would a lot of people took a crack at it. I mean, Walter Hill's great, and David Giler are great, but I think that first off, coming after Aliens, which was the biggest movie, the biggest sequel at the time next to Empire Strikes Back, I think it like outdid and still I think holds up. It's one of those rare movies that's better than the original in a lot of ways, or improves on it in a lot of ways.
Sure. Yeah, I'll take that one.
And this
It
one
expands.
just kind of opened with like it. I remember we went and saw it opening day. My mom and I went because we're big fucking horror movie fans and loved Alien and Aliens. And
So she
literally
didn't like you till you were old.
yeah, she didn't like me. She didn't
She
like me
loves
till I
horror
was
movies,
older.
but when you were a kid, she was like, "I ain't hanging out with this fucking kid. This kid's
No,
a
she dropped me
nerd."
off with that shit. Because she didn't like slasher movies, and that's what was happening at the time.
Okay.
But we went and saw like Return of the Living Dead together, Day of the Dead,
yeah.
opening weekend. We went and saw all the big ones that she liked. But like we'd go see this, and I remember it was like it was literally opening with that crawl where it's like, Poochie's no longer with us. He was abducted by aliens. Like it was that sort of like retconning of the characters that we were excited to see throw in Alien 3, and we were like, oh, did they just kill everybody off in the fucking crawl? Like,
Yeah.
And immediately I was, as a teenager, I was like, I'm already out. I mean, I remember I was mad 5 minutes into that movie because I'm like, I don't even care what happens. I was like, how do you just kill off Michael Biehn, in a crawl? Like, they survived hell. They went through hell, and that's what made you love those characters. And then they're like, oh, they couldn't make it. Didn't make it. An alien got in their pod. So, okay, here we go. Now we're on a prison planet. And I was like, and it's all British people? What the fuck are we doing? So I had to go back and rewatch it later on. Because I know sometimes you get in your head where you're not having a great day, or you get turned off by something, and immediately you just tune out the movie.
Yeah.
And so I had to go back and rewatch it, and I didn't do it that much longer after I saw it because I always give shitty movies a second chance, And it held up on its own. If it wasn't an Alien movie, like if it wasn't Alien 3, if it was just a fucking sci-fi movie that like David Twohy directed or something, something cool and dark and gritty, and it just happened to have some of the same kind of ideas, it would have been great.
Yeah,
it would
I
have
agree.
been fucking great.
If it was a prequel to Riddick,
Yeah.
if it was how Riddick got out of that prison or whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're right. I kind of dismissed that part when I said that he would make an awesome movie because I don't know who decided that Hicks dies. But if it was Fincher, then it doesn't matter what happens next because you're right. It was such a bummer. The William Gibson script was a two-parter that had Ripley in a coma for the first part, and it was Hicks and Newt dealing with stuff, trying to keep her alive.
Fucking cool.
And then the second part, she comes to or whatever, but he also added in like a socialist group of people that were rebels or whatever, because the Weyland-Yutani, like that was the capitalist side of the universe. It definitely had a lot of ideas in it, and then this one turned into a prison alien Die Hard.
And Fincher, I mean, it looks great.
There's a lot of really excellent cinematography in this.
Yeah. It's a beautiful film, and it is very fucking gray and drab and Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, it's super atmospheric and very moody. Yeah,
that holds up, and it's very different. I mean, I think in a lot of ways that is very much in line with like the original Alien, which is also very like it is. It's very it's cold. The planet itself is very harsh environment. A lot of it's wet and it's gross and it's dark, and Alien big, and bright.
I do like with this one they switch it up to very warm, but to the point where it's gross. It feels very toxic everywhere that you go.
It's so warm that it's damp.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, everything's lots of like earth tones, yellow, desert,
Yeah.
It looks like where you would keep your cigars.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be in that room
Yeah.
or have those cigars.
It looks like every room you walk into, you're going to have a new kind of weird cough.
Oh God. Oh man, that's perfect.
Right?
That's
But
so
I wonder how
perfect.
many movies Lance Hendrickson and Charles Dance were in together. Because they seem like comps. Like
Yeah.
a one or the other. Like, man, I just said, never mind, that was off air, but right, it was if one can't, the other one, you get the other one. They don't seem like they would be in a lot of movies together.
Which, to be fair, they didn't share any scenes in this.
That's fair. Neither of those guys share scenes with anybody. They just fucking take them.
Oh, they chew.
Yeah.
It was nice seeing right, because my main Charles Dance relationship is through Last Action Hero. So
Mhm.
he's not as bad in this one. His evil is previous and then spoken about.
Mm.
It's not. He's
It's
not
the
bad
it's the
guy.
Golden Child with Eddie Murphy is the one that I think I most remember him from.
Oh yeah, shit.
Yeah.
That movie is great. The Golden Child, fuck. It's
I love-
PG-13.
Yeah.
And a fucking kid dies before the title card.
Yeah. And it's
A
super
child.
gory. And it's got a fucking kick-ass rap tune in there in the middle of the biker house takeover where I'm like, I just love this it's 80s glam rock. It's everything I loved about the 80s. Got a
I mean,
rap
I do
song
like
in there.
I do like Golden Child. I would like it better if he had a no hat or a different hat. It loses points for Eddie Murphy's hat. The Golden Child hat.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't-
He's got like a goof on, right? Or something
Right.
in the movie.
It looks like you could take it off, flip it over, and fill it with breadsticks and take it to your tent. I don't care about that hat.
If you haven't seen Eddie Murphy with his puppets yet, which I think is going to be in the documentary,
Yeah, it is.
fucking look that up because it's so goddamn funny. It's amazing. Somebody made him puppets of Bill
Oh.
Cosby, Richard Pryor, and who's the other comic that was a big influence on him and Chappelle?
Was
that
it
died?
Red Fox? Because I
Uh,
only saw the picture with the first two you said. Who's Paul Mooney?
Paul Mooney.
Yeah,
Paul
it's
Mooney.
Paul Mooney. Yeah.
And it's
awesome.
It's beautiful. And he does such a great Paul Mooney impression, and really nobody does one. So it's worth
Yeah,
seeing.
it's hard to. It's the opposite. Where you have to explain who Paul Mooney is, and then be like, "Trust me, it's right." It's not like I'm Kermit the like when you do a Kermit the Frog, but the guy who does the impression, but just be like, "I'm Kermit the Frog." And you're like, all right, thanks for introducing yourself. I wouldn't have known. Right, I should see. I'm gonna watch that documentary.
It's good. I watched it.
Right, this movie almost tanked Fincher's career, and if
Which-
it wasn't for Sigourney Weaver publicly and loudly backing him and saying the studio is what fucked him over, he wouldn't have. And the guy that produced Seven, already his opinion of the Fox executives was already that they were bozos. So when all of this was happening, he was like, "Those guys are idiots," and so that's why he hired Fincher almost out of spite for Seven, and then everything else
out.
happened.
Yeah.
So good call.
Which Fincher did a great job with this, you know.
Yeah.
Despite its faults, like he did a very, very good job with this. Like, and this isn't him necessarily, but the practical effects in this look so fucking good.
Yeah.
Like it makes me upset when they pull I'm forgetting his name. The fucking synth.
Bishop.
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 When they pull Bishop and reactivate him, he's so fucking gross. But he's so much fun to look at. And it made me mad that that's not what they did in Romulus.
Yeah.
They
haven't
dropped
seen
a lot
Romulus.
of balls in that movie.
And here's
like,
the thing.
why are
I
we CGI-ing
loved
that?
Romulus.
Yeah.
I loved it. But the fact that they didn't just do that
Yes.
and put Ian Holmes' voice on it was like, you guys, what a fucking miss that was.
Yeah, he's still alive. You could use it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's still alive and would do it. And and there was somebody. The fact that they didn't do practical for Ash is so stupid.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
There's a few things, and I love that movie, but there are a few things where I'm like, they really cut a corner they didn't need to.
Yeah.
And but it's a great fucking haunted house movie.
100%.
Romulus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Romulus is
What
very
sucks
fun.
is when you see a later Alien movie, like a more current Alien movie that cuts corners like that. You're like, have you not seen the first one? The first one is nothing but cut corners, but in a fashionable, like an interesting guy did it.
Yeah.
They couldn't get it to work, so they just had to hide it and imply the alien was around. Like, how have you?
James Cameron had to will that fucking movie into existence when he did Aliens. Like he had to cut so many corners because the studio didn't believe in him, and you know, and it looks amazing. I will say though, if you've never watched the high definition 4K resolution, like the Blu-ray DVD.
That is a real big sticking point with a lot of physical media collectors. That and T2 are both like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah,
James.
I don't want to see this. I don't want to see it like that because you literally can see you can see fucking creases in the cardboard and shit in this in the scenery and things like that.
Well, and on top of that,
they cleaned it up too much.
Yeah.
Well, they did and they didn't. They cleaned it up too much, but also James Cameron, for those who don't know, has bought way fucking into AI work. So they do AI upscaling on everyone's face.
Yeah. Oh,
so like you can see the creases on all the cardboard, but also everyone looks like they're made of wax.
Oh
I
God!
don't do this anymore. The guy who made the definitive "Don't Make AI" movie, it only took 30 years for him to be like, I'm super into AI.
His 3 best movies in 4K look like absolute dog shit.
Yeah.
And like throughout the physical media collection universe, everybody's like, yeah, Aliens, T2, and True Lies, fuck those. And fuck James Cameron for what he did to
It's
him.
a weirder turn than Ice-T being a cop for the last 25 years.
Yeah.
Because at least that he's just making money.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to do this.
You know what's funny
Cameron
too?
doesn't have to
When Cameron was called on it, his response was, I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but deal with it.
Hey, that's fine. This is the guy that makes submarines and tries to find the Titanic, and we know how well that goes. So we will, to each his own.
But
also, it doesn't matter. James Cameron hasn't made a movie I've wanted to see since
True Lies.
Let's be honest, since True Lies.
Yeah.
I didn't want to see. I did see Titanic and I liked it, but I didn't want to see it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Titanic and I haven't seen any of the Avatars, and I just lost interest as soon as the Titanic thing. I was like, this is not a thing I'm interested in. Like, this is a director.
I
who
saw
got
the
way
first
too much
90
money way
minutes
too
of
fast.
the first Avatar movie, and then I had to pee, so I went out to pee, and then in the hallway I realized I was like, oh, I could just leave, and the relief I felt at realizing I don't have to watch the rest of this. I haven't gave a fuck what's happening yet, and I don't. So I left, and it was such a fucking freeing.
All I can think about those movies.
I flew to my car. I just floated to my car.
Derek,
all I can think about those movies is it should have an A button to skip, like a fucking cut scene from a video game where I'm like, skip.
Hold A.
Yeah.
I'm gonna save you about 9 to 10 hours of viewing. Okay, Titanic, spoiler, boat sinks.
What?
First Avatar, Pocahontas. Second Avatar, Pocahontas in water.
In the water.
Third Avatar, Pocahontas in a volcano. There's all 4 movies. Now you don't have to do it.
He's older than older than you, man. So
sorry,
when he
Dances with Wolves.
No, when he say Pocahontas, he means Fern Gully.
Fern Gully.
Fern Gully. Oh yeah, okay, now I can connect.
Right, let's get a little closer to our era. I mean, I don't even know. I don't know. I assume we're around the same age.
Oh yeah, and Fern Gully.
We'll talk about it off air. I don't want to. I'm not saying mine on the air.
Old. That's all I'm going to say about me. Old, and it continues.
One thing about this movie that I find very respectable is that out of the Alien proper movies, not Prometheus or Covenant, it is the only one where the alien is not killed by blowing it out of the airlock.
Oh,
It's
all right.
the only fucking
Interesting.
one.
Interesting. I hadn't even thought of that because this one it's completely different.
Like, I didn't know that molten lead explodes when it's cooled. That's
Now,
great.
I worked in enough restaurants. You can't. It happens to glass. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's the temperature shift will break stuff like that. I bought it.
Oh, I bought
because
it.
of the glass. Because I've seen enough hot glasses get cold ice, and then they just break in your hand.
Yeah. And of course,
but never when you're doing it on purpose because you want to leave. Because the old 97s are in town, and you're like, oh, if I can cut my hand a little bit, I can play it up like it's worse. I can get out of here by 6:30. Only when you need the money does it actually work, and then you're fucked. Right? That's I have my own system. So what's your favorite scenes?
I always thought it was kind of goofy though that the sort of pseudo religious aspect to Ripley's death at the end where I just kind of did an eye roll.
Oh, for sure.
Because up till that point, it felt like we were already being like this. The whole thing is a metaphor. And then it felt like the ending was like, well, if you didn't get it, here it is one final time. This is a metaphor.
Right.
And
yeah,
the whole I'm like, oh God damn it. Like it's the one alien movie that makes me angry.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You can see
well, you
all
see
the
so much potential.
Yeah. And it's
You
not
see
Fincher's
so-
fault. It's
right.
not
No, it's not
fault.
at all. You see so much potential, and then about halfway through, you're like, I feel like you could have just put the dude in the suit right there instead of doing this weird animation. And then it keeps going. You're like, oh, you still could do the dude in the suit. Also, why is the story doing this? And it gets to the end, and you're like, well, fuck you a little bit for this was 2.5 hours where you could have had the dude in the suit in it more, and also not look straight into the camera and tell us what you were doing the whole time.
Yeah. It sounds like a table full of executives had the script and we're like, what if it did? It seems like the Key and Peele sketch where they're talking about Gremlins 2, the new sketch.
Yeah.
Oh, no, we did that. We talk about that on last week's, or not last week's, but the Gremlins 2 episode.
Yeah,
was
we
that
did
last
Gremlins
week?
2
No,
2
that's
weeks
not.
ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
I mean, didn't they even say like this is basically a true story?
Pretty much.
Yeah, that ends with the card comes up that goes, all of this is in the movie.
Yeah. Well, it's so like touching on this point, one of the movies that I saw in the midst of everything was Sisters, the Brian De Palma movie.
Yeah.
And at the very end, the main antagonist explains the entire movie that we just watched into the protagonist's ear. We just watch him recap the whole thing. And I feel like this movie did exactly that, short of like physically saying the words back to you.
I heard that's what Bill Murray whispers into ScarJo's ear. He explains the
he
whole
just
movie.
recaps the last 2 weeks.
I wish I wish I could have heard it because I didn't really have a handle on what happens to them. Why did we watch any of it?
And that's 100%.
All right, what's your favorite?
Well, I read a fact about this movie that I thought was really funny. Since the alien comes out of a dog, they actually had
Comes out of a cow.
I thought it came out of a dog.
No, it's a steer. He's like pulling it by the horns off the flatbed.
The first alien comes out of Murphy's dog.
No, it doesn't. It comes out of a cow.
It comes out of a Rottweiler.
No, you watched a different version, okay? So remember that you watched a different version.
I'm like, wait, what?
Does it come out of a Rottweiler?
It comes out of a dog in the theatrical version.
Yes.
Oh, that's stupid.
Okay, I was like, did I not watch the right movie?
Oh, okay.
He watched the extended
I watched
cut.
the assembly cut, and it comes out of a steer.
Okay, well, it comes out of
They
a dog.
didn't put it in the original movie because why would a steer be on that planet? That's what they said. I mean, why would a dog be? But right, it comes out dog-like. Right, it's like this is the one that's on 4 legs. Like
it's
a dog.
on 4 legs like a dog. And they originally dressed up a whippet, which is kind of like a smaller greyhound.
Yeah.
And they realized that it was just too silly looking. And I was just thinking about all the dog videos of like dogs walking around in costumes. I was like, yeah, that would be super silly and goofy. I just loved that fact, but I'm loving it even more now that I realize that it's a totally different thing.
Wait, what was the fact that they tried to put it on a dog?
They originally had it the costuming on
no,
a dog, and they were like, "Oh, this is too silly. It's not scary and ominous enough."
Yeah,
So
I
they
just
had
needed
a
you to
person
say the
do
thing
it.
about the costume.
What?
I just needed you to say
Oh.
that the fact was that they dressed up a dog. I couldn't
Okay.
figure out which part of what you had said was the fact you read.
Yeah, they dressed up a dog.
I couldn't tell if it got completely off of the.
That's right. It was a
wasn't
racing
cow,
dog,
it
right?
was a
Like it was
dog.
one of
I
those,
didn't know if we were still talking about
like
the
a
dog and cow
Weimaraner or
thing.
something that they dressed up in the alien costume and
So Whippet.
A
a whippet.
Yeah, an Italian greyhound.
That's so funny. Oh my God. I mean, and they could
I
have
want
just
that
hired
dress.
an actor. They could have just hired an actor. Why didn't we just hire an actor? I mean, we
Yeah.
all saw Demon Knight. You can get thin dancers to look, all bony.
Have we all seen Demon Knight?
I have not.
No.
Oh, wow. I
seen it.
recommend.
so the
Demon Knight,
week we're talking about is a new-
KNIGHT, and it's got it's well worth it. It's a great watch. I think it's one of I think it's one of the best Tales from the Crypt episodes. It's a movie, one of the only good movies they did, and also it has one of the best turns from he was in Titanic,
Billy Zane.
Billy Zane.
Billy Zane. I think it's his best role ever playing the devil.
Oh,
Okay.
Fucking hilarious.
all
in it.
right. That's high praise. Billy Zane's got some good ones. The Phantom,
Yeah.
Critters.
Critters.
Critters. This is high praise. It's a great role for him, and he just chews fucking scenery through it, and it's funny.
Excellent.
And it has the best use of a "Hey man, nice shot" at the beginning.
Wait, I have seen this. Yeah.
What
My bad.
what else? Do you have any more facts?
That like super iconic shot that they have of her, like, with the first time where the alien doesn't like actually attack her, he like just smells her.
Yeah.
And then apparently the studio didn't want that shot and they had to go do it in secret, and it's like the most iconic shot in the movie. I thought that was a fun fact.
Right. It's tied for first with the same shot from when she's in the thing in the end of Aliens.
Oh, yeah.
With
But
the-
it's essentially the same shot too. Just like this one is like side to face, and
Yeah.
that one is face to face.
It's the greatest meme for people who just won't leave you alone. It's the greatest.
Yes.
Yeah. It's good. I like the shaved head Ripley.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
What was your favorite scene, Randall? What was your favorite part?
Probably the first kill in the fan.
Oh yeah, the fan.
That one's fun.
Right where the alien it caused it but didn't actually do it.
Yeah.
This is when the aliens just start fucking around with murder.
Yeah. it's dipping its toe in a
Yeah.
murder.
Right.
Hasn't-
I'm not hungry, but I want you dead.
Yeah.
What about you, Bjorn? What was your favorite?
I love after the warden guy dies and there's a quick scene where there's a guy mopping up, just terrified underneath the hole I love that scene.
Mm-hmm.
It's unnecessary, but so funny to me.
Yeah, right. They had to fight for the iconic shot, but
But that was okay.
cleaning as you go during this weird invasion they were like fine with that. If you clean as you go, it's not as big a mess at the end.
Yeah.
Why would you?
Why are they
If
cleaning
there's
up?
an alien killing everybody, I'm not fucking dusting. What was your favorite part, Derek?
I mean, I gotta say that post opening crawl, when the Sulaco or whatever it is, the ship they're on, crash lands on the planet, and you just get this great visual of how fucking desolate and barren everything is.
Yeah.
It just fucking sets the most grim tone. Because
Yeah.
anything after that ship crash, you already know, like, nothing's gonna be good. And it just, I think it's a really great way to start a movie and go, this is where we're at. I think it sucked, of course, that that we had to do an autopsy on Newt, which then takes that goodwill and goes, well, fuck it, now we're in the worst possible place. But like, it's such a huge scope at the beginning. It just is such a great way to set the tone for what I think people expected was going to be a raucous action adventure movie, and it's like, no, we're in a different place now. It's going to be dark and fucked up and scary, and It's
Full
totally
of cockney
unpredictable. Yeah. And it's a great way for Fincher also to kind of put his foot in the door and just say, hey, I think, now that you watched this film, a million times since then, it is a big fuck you to the Hollywood system.
Yeah.
Because I think 20th Century Fox wanted something that was going to be aliens, but, how can we make more money and make it bigger and even, and badder? And he was like, you're barely going to see the alien. This is going to be about fucking misery and depression and loss and grief and, and we're going to be claustrophobic and also British. So here, it's just, I think
even the guys you think are good are fucking terrible. Like everybody's bad.
Yeah. And also, if you
Except
watch,
Ripley.
I mean, if you've seen Seven, it's also kind of how Seven starts. It opens on, it's a dirty, gritty, wide pan of this shitty, awful, dark yellow city that just looks like everything's covered in piss. And and nothing from there is going to get better. That's where we set the baseline. And I feel like that's what I loved about Alien 3 is he just sets the baseline like here. And unfortunately, everything else that happens, I think, had the best of intentions, but, it unfortunately got away from, it wasn't Fincher's fault, but I think if the movie would have gone from where he set that bar, it would have been fucking tremendous.
Yeah, that's one thing I love about Fincher movies is that he is so fucking good at world building.
Yeah.
Like he knows how to create atmosphere like no other director does.
Right? Cigarettes. It always works. Take a cue from the 40s and 50s. If somebody's smoking, that's called atmosphere. I do like those were like the early shots outside the prison. I like those shots.
Yeah.
Like some of it's painted, miniatures or whatever. The two suns, but one is crazy huge, like about to be right. Whatever's going on in the sky has that cool like, oh, this is not here.
Yeah.
This is not Earth. Right. I dug that, and then but I also like don't need it to be more than it was.
Mm-hmm.
Bunch of people running from an alien is fine with me.
It was kind of the Scooby-Doo running down the hallway ending.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's
just
because
like running through things.
Man.
it suffers from and then
Different doorways.
benefits from that they made more. Like when that came out as the third of three, where the first two were iconic, it seems worse than it does now to me.
Yeah.
Because now there's, 8 of them in a TV show?
Yeah.
It's the way I feel about, like, The Phantom Menace. When The Phantom Menace came out, that was 4 of 4. And now it's just part of a lot.
Yeah.
So it doesn't seem... It's not like it's not better now, but it just doesn't matter as much.
It's weird. I've never seen, and I'm gonna sound like such a fucking hipster dick, but it's true. I haven't seen the sequels or the prequels. I haven't seen any of them.
The Prometheus and Alien.
Oh no, I
the,
saw
uh,
Star Wars.
Okay.
I haven't seen any of those. I did see Prometheus, and I will say
that's almost what we ended up doing.
Yeah, I watched. I watch it once a month, and I hate watch it. I hate it every month. It's a weird thing. My wife doesn't understand, but that movie's been out for 7 years now. I still watch it once a month, and I find something new in it every time to hate.
But
every time I hate watching
this one. Prometheus has the same thing that fucking Alien 3 does, in that there are so many well-intentioned things sprinkled throughout it, like really fucking cool concepts, and then the rest of it's just like, hey, maybe don't do this shit that doesn't make any sense and retcons the rest of this to be absolute dog shit.
Every fucking good thing they do in that movie, I feel like somebody undoes it with another stupid screenwriter trick where they're like, we just have to set the plot in motion. So someone's going to do something stupid just to set the plot in motion. Like take their helmet off on a planet. Like touch the fucking alien that's a snake, oh, look at that cute. I'm like, you are a fucking geologist. And
they almost did it in Alien 3 because I didn't put it together till you said it just now. The autopsy was unnecessary.
Yeah.
If what you do, the next thing they do with the bodies is throw them into the fire.
Yeah, they throw them in that weird.
You don't need. So you're gonna be like, oh, there is one. Throw it in the fire.
Right.
You're gonna throw it. It's not like you're keeping her.
They also have a CAT scan they use
Yeah.
later.
She scans herself to see that she's. I'm like, why didn't you just do that to Newt? Why did you have
Right.
to cut her open?
Why you gotta
Right.
cut her open?
Right, but you
Fucking-
don't even need to know if Newt has one. If you're gonna burn you could burn it and then
Just be
look.
like,
You have to
"No,
look at the
that."
other thing. The things that are still here are the things you have to figure out if they have the embryo.
Right,
Yeah.
like the first movie makes sense for them to be dumb because they're all fucking space mechanics. It doesn't matter if they don't do shit correctly.
Yeah.
But in Prometheus, they are all exploratory scientists. No, all of them know better, and they all make these decisions anyway, and it's fucking insane.
And they do that same fucking thing. They do every movie. They assemble the team, right? And they put them in a room, and then they all have to be like, "What are we fucking doing here? I don't understand."
Right.
I work with rocks, and the other guy's like, he's flexing out fucking orders very well, and you're like, the whole team
Like the
just shows
first
what all their
Alien-
weaknesses are.
The first Alien tricked us with the dumb thing, right? Because like it was Ash that let the team back on. Or
Yeah.
was it right? So
Yeah.
Sigourney Weaver is the one who's like, don't let him in.
Yeah.
Veronica Cartwright is on the fence. Like she's just not good at her job. But it's the Ash lets him in. And that's you just do a dumb thing to make this movie go, but they pay it off.
Right.
They don't pay it off most of the time. But that one turns out it wasn't dumb. It was what he was supposed to do.
Right.
Where
Sorry to spoil the
Prometheus,
movie. We're not
every
gonna talk
single
about it.
step of that movie is just setting up. It's a dumb character action to set up a reaction to open up a new part of the plot on purpose, and it's
Right.
dumb. Every part of it is like, and every time I see something new in it where I'm like, why would you fucking do that? Why would you do that?
Mhm.
Why would the character
Oh,
do
man.
that? And there's so many of them. I don't remember. Isn't it the guy who wrote? It's David Lindelof, the guy who wrote Lost, who I think it just
Which makes
me
so much fucking sense.
yeah. It makes total sense when you watch the movie and you're like, well, this is all just fucking red herrings and plot twists that just in service to driving the stupid plot that doesn't make any sense to begin with. And so all the characters are just on a rail, doing dumb shit to go, okay, now this is why the monster's here, and explains this, and she gets like none of
We
it.
should have,
do that every time.
I don't want to stomp on it, but you do seem like you have a lot to say about Prometheus. So we will do a Patreon episode with Derek about Prometheus.
I love that. I love that.
I
Or you
mean,
could just
I will
line it up.
Movie 8 new assholes.
Okay.
Fantastic.
And then I
I'm
watched
actually-
the second one. I watched the second one, and I'm like, wow, it's
Covenant.
Like, learn
Oh
anything.
my god. Oh my god. It's
Right?
like
Stop.
Prometheus took a gnarly Taco Bell shit on itself. Holy god, that movie is terrible.
That movie is like somebody going through the shit pile of Prometheus and being like, there's a bone.
Yeah.
Or maybe we can piece this together.
Guys, don't waste all this gold.
All right.
Okay, yeah, Derek, I'm
Right?
going
We're
to
gonna do a
message
Patreon,
you
a Prometheus
like
Patreon.
today, and we're gonna do this because I'm
Man.
very excited to rip these movies apart.
Right, we'll get him to come down here for that one so we could just go and go.
Yeah, I'll come down. I will come down for that.
Okay.
Right, so Alien 3, watch it if you feel the need to watch every Alien movie.
I always say it could be worse.
It could be. It could
Yeah.
be fucking Covenant.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh man.
Apparently Covenant's the worst one.
Yes.
Yes.
I've just been informed. Let's you got anything to plug? This comes out in January.
Oh,
January 9th, I believe.
I will have already recorded my special. So
Oh, yeah.
go ahead. If you had gone to that, excellent taste. If not, hopefully it finds a distributor. And otherwise, I don't know what I'm doing after that.
There we go. What you got anything to plug? You got your love hate laughs for
Yep.
Bjorn, and you got a whole list,
A whole list. You know it.
right? Listen to last week's episode to get Randall's list. And I don't. January 9th?
I think, pretty sure.
Right, so January 17th, I'm at the Comet in Cincinnati. I got 2 shows, and yeah, come hang out. And that's it. Meeting adjourned.